Hello everybody, Dalek Sex speaking, at the voice of sex on Twitter. As you like, we're going to be playing some Dark Souls 2 today. I've always wanted to do this. We're going to be doing a punchy run. What can I do here? Can't remember what that character was meant to be. I'll delete that one. Hello to you all. I hope I find you very well indeed. And thank you for tuning in if you're hearing the chat room, which you aren't. And thank you for watching on YouTube if you are picking this up later. If you can hear some background noise, I'm sorry about that. There's some work going on next door. So, off we jolly well fucked it. Things Betwixt. This is a gorgeous place, isn't it? I've put in the description that this is going to be a fists-only run. That's not 100% true. I am going to be using fist weapons, such as Castus. I would like to do an empty hand only. Punchy Smurf. But you can't power stance empty fists. So what are we doing here? We'll go with knight, I guess, till we get the fist weapons. Let me see. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good build to be using. Yeah, we'll go with that, why not? And we will go with... can't remember how all these work. I guess Bonfire Ascetic is the rarest one. Right. We want a big fat biffer. Advanced settings, let's see. No face. How do we do skin color? Would it be an overall? Yeah, here we are, skin color. Oh god, I've forgotten what a nightmare this is. Hair color white. Hair, we'll go with that one. No. Yes. No, that one. It won't let me make a blue man, will it? Well, now I can't even remember how I got him that white. Oh, I wish there was somebody in the chat to help me out with this. No, it's not that one. Or that one. God damn it. How frustrating. Oh well, wasted enough time on this. Let's just shove off, shall we?
All people come.
I'll just nip upstairs and get the item. Very shiny, I quite like that. Right, we'll light that for the new. I think I will... Shall I? No, I'll wait until I've got my weapons before I go messing with anything delicate. Oh, look at that bloom. Look at that bloom. I'm G. Arthur Bloomingdale here. I quite like how straight his mouth is too. It looks like he's going map 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 map. Chosen undead. Map 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 map. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, just look at that. It's lovely. Oh, Dark Souls and your scenery porn. Right, we'll have one of them, my love. Oh, and we need to pop over here, don't we? Thank you very much, Mr. Dead Person. Before you die, you see the Estus Shard. And there's a shard for us. Let's kill him. I am very white, Pumbaa. I was meant to be a Smurf, but I couldn't remember how to make your skin blue, if that's even possible. You stay as long as you like there, buddy. You are always welcome. Seldora robe, Seldora manchette, Seldora trousers. There we go. Now we pimpin'. Right, now we need to go and have a quick word with Bear Seek Lest. As a, what's this one called? This one is called Punchy Smurf. Now, I should point out to you that the place you stand here, I have actually screwed up a no-death run by hammering the back button to get out of the dialogue tree, and as a result have backstepped off the cliff. I'm not doing that today, but I hope the mental image of it delights you. We will go and grab some easy experience first, I think. In case you're wondering why this room is so fucking tedious to get through, I found that out from ENB this week. This is apparently a transition area where it dumps the last area and loads the next one in. The more you know. Lighten up the bonfires. I wish there were a bonfire mimic. That would be fantastic. Out. Right. Ready to rumble. Nah. Fucked it up. Come on, you. Oh. You won't do it for me now. Come on. Oh, you can do better than that. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to fight him properly now. Oh well, never mind. That just means I get another chance at cheesing him. God, I'm so rusty on this game. It ain't even funny. the Dark Souls 3 playthrough over on side quest on the Extra Play channel is just about to hit Pontiff Sylvan. So any day now, Dan is going to be realising he's in Alondo. That's going to be quite amusing. Bye-bye. That's how that was meant to go.
I've no choice now.
Oh, nameless usurper, there's always a choice. This your problem, girl. Nashandra ain't never gonna respect you because you don't respect yourself. Lockstone for me. I guess we could pop down and get the bone shard. Not too much risk involved there, is it? He says and immediately gets pasted in the back. Should probably get this Estus flask equipped. Oh my god, that's slow. Jesus buggering Christ, that's slow. There we go. There's the bone dust for us. Now, is it going to be a horrific risk take to carry all of these souls as far as the Forest of Fallen Giants? Because I am really good at fucking that area up. I mean, I've already spent 6 sodding minutes failing to make my character. I tried to make him blue. I even asked him how to do it, and he said, map, 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 map. Although it doesn't look like he's saying that anymore because he's hollow now. Oh, where's Snooker Loopy? She's in a different place in this version, isn't she? Right, let's get back to Majula. Do you remember Ali G? Majula! Right, we're going to go down and we're going to buy us some punchies now. Where do we go? It's through here, isn't it? Always makes my heart stop doing that jump. Mind you, doing most of the jumps in this game make my heart stop. Just gonna try and blitz it through here, I think. Minimize the risks. Of course, one mistake I'm gonna have a billion of the buggers up our arse, but still. Yep, that'll do us. Oh, you. Go away. Go away. Nobody likes you. Presidentus Maximus is here. Who are you, Presidentus Maximus? Thank you very much. If it's fists only while you're using broadsword, I'm just tanking it through to the shop where I can buy the fists, so that I don't bore the shit out of everybody, basically. And that is exactly what we're doing now. We'll have 2 of them. What else do we need to buy? Leningrad's key. Derp, derp. That'll do. Should we buy the fragrant bra? No, we're going to need to do a bit of leveling up, I think. Oh, just exhaust her dialogues. Back to Majula. Oh dear, all stuffed up. More beer is called for. Now then, we'll have one of those and one of those. So the stat requirements for this are 10 and 7. So we need 15 and 11 to begin power stancing. Bear seek, seek lest. Strength 15, Dex 11. There we go. Are you going to all DLC as well, or just based game? Ooh, very good question. It depends. I'm not very good at Eliam Lois. And I'm seriously not very good at the Fume Knight. So for now, I am going to give a qualified just the base game. But I'm only doing this for fun. Yep, there we go. That's our power stancery. I just love being told to get good. It never gets old. Right, I guess we'll go and mop up the pursuer. So, I wonder, what Souls-likes are people going to be looking out for I'm personally quite liking the look. You can tell I've been at work for 12 hours and I'm now stuffing chicken and beer in my face. Hollow Knight. I'm rather liking the look of Hollow Knight. Code Vein. I think I've heard of that. You know what? I should really go and get the stone ring, shouldn't I? An Anime Souls thing coming out. That sounds like it could be really good or really bad. I'm already doing an anime thing at the moment. I'm trying to tank through all of the Persona games in order. Currently on Persona 3, which is not giving me a good time. Not good times with Persona 3 at all. Yeah, I finally got round to knocking Persona 4 off, because it's been on my pile of shame ever since it was free on PSN, PS Plus, whatever you call it. Oh, I really wish I hadn't taken the fucking gems off the quick slot. This was a foolish move. So I did that, then I got through Persona 1 in about a week. That was reasonably good. Then I got through Persona 2 after that. That was great. Really, really good. And now Persona 3 is a bit of a letdown, quite frankly. The dungeons feel really, really broken in comparison to the other installments. Oh, bollocks. The pacing of it is very, very badly off. Yep, got wrecked. The pacing of Persona 3 is very, very badly off indeed. It does feel clunky, yes. It depends on your agility low, that's the thing. I mean, ENB was saying on his stream the other night, one of the reasons why this game feels so wrong to people is because literally everyone with, I'm talking and not concentrating now, literally everybody with different stats is having a different experience, because depending on your agility and your adaptability, you are getting different reaction times and different amount of iframes. It's like all of those hilarious people that are currently trying to play the Crash Bandicoot remake, not realising that it's been remade from the ground up. So they're trying to play it on muscle memory from the original. And it's fucking them in the arse. And I still haven't done it. Where are we? There's me things. Oh, he won't come back now, will he? You only get one shot to beat him up here. Yeah, we'll just grab our Estus and then we'll... You are all annoying. Everyone is complaining about how hard Bandicoot is. Someone was complaining about how the games are trying to be Souls. Yeah, I did read that article. It's not trying to be difficult. It's just got different it's got different hitboxes and it's got different jump timings. So everybody's experience of it is currently, I don't remember it being this difficult. I don't know if it was that difficult to begin with. I was never a Crash Bandicoot fan. I was actually white enough to afford Mario 64 at the time. That's a spicy meatball. I'm gonna go back and get me stone ring, I think. No. Quick detour via Majula to unlock the blacksmith's forge. Tell you another interesting channel I discovered this week, and with Souls related content, and that is Jordan Underneath, which came to me on a recommendation from Nightmind. And Jordan Underneath speaks about how interesting it is that even though he suffers from suicidal depression, he still plays Silent Hill 2, essentially a game about depression, as his comfort zone. And I kind of feel that way about Dark Souls, because I work in healthcare and dementia care, and I stare death and madness in the face all day, every day, and yet my happy place is a game about a world in which everyone's got magic zombie dementia and nobody's allowed to be happy. So, good stuff, good stuff.
I'll be around.
I should probably get round to Matthew Mitosis' videos at some point too. I understand he's got some good stuff. Am I right in thinking he was the one that completely ripped the shit out of Dark Souls 2 when it came out? Mind you, who didn't? I mean, I think we were all pretty thrown by what are frankly some baffling game design decisions. If there's one thing that I have to, if I had to put my finger on one thing that really made me angry when Dark Souls 2 came out, it was the soul memory system. I was one of the people that went through Dark Souls, the original, on a level 1 playthrough, simply so that I could go to the Undead Burg and throw great chaos fireballs at people who were just off the boat. I tell you a funny thing, my lady bought me the Dark Souls Design Works one Christmas. And Dark Souls always gave me a bit of a Steve Jackson vibe. I remember in particular getting to the Duke's Archive and having to fight that fucking pig, the Crystal Boar, in a very small place, and I thought, well shit, that's the Sleepless Ram from Sorcery Book 4. And then years later, she buys me this book, and in an interview Miyazaki reveals that he's still got his copies of the Steve Jackson books, he's still got his original Titan and Out of the Pit, and when he wants to communicate a design brief, he basically walks up to one of his staff, plonks a copy of John Blanche artwork down in front of them and says, "This, I want this today." Surprisingly, Quelaag is not a piece of John Blanche artwork. Quelaag comes from one of the old Avalon Hill board games, but I was never into those. Let's see, what rings I got, bitch? Stone ring, there we go. We'll soon be stun-locking them like a champion. Quelaag was not supposed to be a boss before. I did not know that. Or if I did know it, I'd forgotten it. She was supposed to be a Covenant leader. I take it she got replaced in that by the Fair Lady.
Is that a shop? Here, to see, however.
What's the scaling on the castuses? Sastuses. Keisters. A and B. Blimey, that is good scaling. Can see why people like these so much.
There.
92, 82. Yeah, we'll have a couple more on that. So, quick question for the chat here. Which do you prefer? Valley of Defilement or Blight Town? In your spare time, check out the channel Crestfallen. He makes videos on cut content. That sounds good. I mean, the only one that I can name... There's only two bits I can name offhand, and that is that Andre was going to be the firstborn. And that always makes sense to me, because the Dark Weapons, which were renamed the Occult Weapons in the first game, they are created to fight the gods. And it says that the firstborn was a god of war. And Andre is the only blacksmith in the game that can make the occult/dark weapons. So to me, that made perfect sense. Because he was a war god obsessed with weapons, and he was so obsessed with his craft that he made weapons that could kill his own kind, just for the love of it. And I also understand that Kingseeker Frampt has some sound effects and animations which suggest that he was going to be fightable. It's a shame that was cut, because I'd like to slap him about in his stupid toothy mouth. Haha. Right then, my buckles. Let's be having you. Oh shit, there's lots of them. Andre is the only character whose mouth moves. I can actually see that. Oh god, that's so slow! Did you know that Dark Souls 3 has far too many retarded cameos in? Dan Floyd from Extra Credits got to the first where you get summoned by Cirrus to fight Creighton. He was like, "Creighton, what the hell are you doing here?" It is a bit what the fuck. The only bit that really gets to me about it, though, is in the DLC. In the DLC, you're expecting all of these marvelous mashups of previous Dark Souls levels, and what do you get straight off the bat? Earthen Peak. Fucking Earthen Peak? Oh yeah, everybody fucking loved Earthen Peak. Why the fuck not? Why not just stick the congregation fight in there again as well? I'm on the fence about Creighton and Pate, because obviously I wanted Patches back, but I kind of like how they're sort of like both Patches and neither of them are. Oh, quick piece of trivia for you. You probably know this if you're a Souls fan, but this is Peter Serafinovich from Look Around You, the guy that sang Little Mouse. The guy that was in Spy with Melissa McCarthy. He was the fake Italian guy, and he was the voice of Darth Maul. This is the guy that said, "At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have our revenge."
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can be bothered. I think the reason is he's a massive, massive son bro, Peter Serafinovich. I wish he'd used his normal voice, his natural voice, for this role. It would have been just nice to have Peter Serafinovich there for no reason. He kind of puts on a voice for it, and he's like, "Hello, I'm Pate. I'm your friend, or possibly not. 5 points from Gryffindor, Mr. Potter." Right, off we fuck. Okay, next question for the chat. What's your opinion on the arsehole-faced giants in this? I've never really come to terms with them personally. Because they seem to be a different species from the giants in other games. Ow. Oh, the Estus is so slow! I don't know know if you've ever stood underneath him and looked straight up, but he has got a nasty taint. It's all sticky and like natto or mozzarella cheese. Right, how many shards has that little jaunt given us? Only the one? Could have sworn there were more down here. I guess I could buy some more from Leningrad, just for the sake of speed. I do like Nishandra in this game. I like the way that most of her storytelling is done entirely through suggestion. Like the fact that the first time you really see her is in a portrait in Drang Lake Castle, and the portrait hollows you. Like, this woman is such bad news that even looking at a fucking picture of her hollows you out. That's the first big clue. Also, just how huge and grand the path of Vendrick's escape is. You go down the King's Passage and past the Looking Glass Knight and through all of this horrible bollocks that you have to go through. And the message it communicates is this guy was the most powerful guy in the world, and when you meet him he can basically vaporize you with his toenail. But this guy was terrified of his wife. And then you meet her and you hit her with a tree branch a few times and she dies. Which is a great shame. Reinforce. Okay, there we've got 2 +3s and a +4. That should do us rather nicely. Let's go and kick the pursuer around a bit. Shall we have some adaptability, maybe? Yeah, I think we should get this adaptability up a bit. I don't think I can last without my precious iframes for very much longer. DS3 is future Lordran. Is DS2? Or is it parallel? You see, going back to the whole Dark Souls as a metaphor for dementia thing, I like Dark Souls 2 because precisely because it doesn't make sense. All of this stuff which gets criticised for being retreads of the same levels. I mean, you've got, oh god, it's so slow! You've got a level with a vainglorious king, you've got a level with a duke going mad doing evil science with lots of crystals. I like the way in which... Oh, and the repetition of the catchphrase without really knowing why. I like the way that everything in Dark Souls 2 is engineered to feel familiar, but you can't figure out why. It resonates with me. Ow! Fuck that up! Whoa, boy! That was humiliating. Didn't even need to roll, that's the hilarious thing there. Let's see, let's just check the clock. How long have I been awake? About 18 hours. I think this may be the universe's way of telling me to turn the fucking PlayStation off and go to bed. The entire game is built on the butterfly effect of world resets. I like that. Yeah, I like that idea. Did I just get the light? Oh, fuck off, nobody likes you. Aha! If you look at Dark Souls 3, every world reset slightly changes and... Siegward is Siegmeyer. Is Siegward Siegmeyer? Or is he a member of the family? Is Andre in Firelink Shrine in DS3 the same Andre as in the Undead Burg? And is it always the same patches? Because the one from Bloodborne sure as hell isn't. Oh, I forgot about that. I completely forgot that you need actual time to get through these fog gates in 2. I've been playing so much 3, I'm used to just cheesing it for the fog gate and then being safe. Everything gets slightly worse. Well, Siegmeyer is... Siegward is arguably better than Siegmeyer, because he's like actually heroic and steadfast, whereas Siegmeyer, much as we'll always remember the good times with him, is just a bit of a prat. Well, what can you say? The flow of time is convoluted. The flow of beer in my guts right now is very convoluted. And that's being reflected in my play. President Maximus, have you seen Angel Egg? Right, well, are you aware of the work of Yoshitaka Amano, the guy who used to do the character designs for Final Fantasy before they let Nomura and his box of fucking crayons take over and put zips on everything and put zips on their costumes and put zips on Daffy Duck's hat? Right, well, Angel Egg is a movie by Armino. And it is about a pale, thin-lipped young girl clutching on to an egg. You know, stop me if you've heard this one, players of the Ringed City. I mean, we know that when Miyazaki goes in for references... Billy, no, that's right. We know that when Miyazaki goes in for references, he goes in for them big, but this one is just absolutely beyond a joke. I mean, there's like, based on, such as when you put frames of Berserk next to Dark Souls, and then there is theft of intellectual property. That's not like it. So yeah, if you want to get some Ringed City goodness down you, go and have a look online for Angel Egg. I'm sure Crunchyroll's got it. I wouldn't in a million years dream of sending you to kissanime.ru to watch a pikey copy for free. That would be illegal and immoral. Oh, actually, have we got any good stuff in these boxes? I think one of them's got the ember in it. Oh, it's an effigy. I see. We actually got to cross the little hump where we can't get back to get the large titanite, haven't we? Never mind. Well then, I think we're going to call it an episode there. I'm going back to Majula to cash out Miss Souls. Thank you very much to everyone in the chat room for watching. It's been a very lively morning. I very much appreciate it. If you want to catch me again and partake in more deep and sad conversations about Dark Souls lore, mechanics, and what have you. It was just me here the whole time. It said there were 3 in the chat room, actually. Then you can follow me at The Voice of Sex on Twitter. And no, I certainly won't forget to check out Crestfallen. I guess I should do a thing like Epic Name Bro does, shouldn't I? I can't remember how to do them now, they're different in this one. There we go. Good night, everybody!